Alright, now today I'm going to be teaching you a really fun waterfall flourish. Now, it's not the exact waterfall flourish that you're probably used to seeing where you bevel the cards and then let them drop. I will eventually teach that, but I know that some other people have taught some really good ones. So until I have something that's more to add to that, I probably won't do that. So check out one by, I believe it was Rise Magic who did one that was really good. So go ahead and check them out if you're wanting to learn that waterfall. So I have a different one. It's kind of a combination of the Anaconda, the S Flourish by Shin Lim. It's kind of an idea coming from those types of things that I kind of took a couple of those and kind of made my own waterfall when originally I couldn't do that original waterfall. So I was like, I have to find some way to work around this. My hands aren't strong enough yet when I was first trying to figure out how to do this. Let's work with this. So that's what I came up with, and let me teach it to you right now. So make sure to subscribe and ring the bell if you love all sorts of cardistry. Let's get into this one right now. Now, if you like the Cardistry Touch deck, I had decided to use it because the two new ones just came out from Cardistry Touch from the Derived set, so thought I'd use these. If you want these, not the other two because they haven't been released on other places yet, but these are 10% off if you want this pretty cool deck. So outside of that, let's teach you how this thing works. So first you want to know the grip. It's going to be the same grip they use for Anaconda. There's going to be some slight variations with this, but your thumb's going to be on the bottom long edge all the way to the outside. Index finger is going to be on about middle, maybe slightly up from the center, and then you have your pinky ring and middle on the top edge. Now they're all off to the side where this is beveled off, so instead of being more straight up and down, it's going to be more tilted in your hand like this, okay? So now, as soon as you have that down, you need to know how to riffle. So you know how to do the Anaconda, if you know how to do the riffle shuffle, the riffle fan, the riffle force, anything where you're riffling cards, this motion right here, then you're going to be all set. So that is riffling. Now you're going to take riffling and do this move here on Waterfall. So you're going to be taking the deck and going from here and then turning it sideways. So now where you are horizontal to the ground. So you're now like this, right? Now all you're going to be doing is you're going to be riffling down that back edge and it will be going like that. Okay, so you're going to see it go like this. So now keep your hand pretty close when you're first starting off just so you can understand how it works. And that's all it'll look like, and that's just fine. That is not a problem if you're keeping it close like that, right? So then how you're going to actually catch it is I like to use these two fingers here, my ring and middle finger, as more of a catching point. My pinky and index finger on the outside like this. So this is my little stand that I've come up with. It's almost like when you're doing other moves and you use your pinky as the stand. So instead of that, when you're doing like the card spring, so most of the time when I do a card spring, I'm going to use my pinky as the stand. So I've caught it like here like this, pinky on the bottom. Now I'm going to have it here, and it's going to basically land right here in the straddle grip. So once you have it here in the straddle grip and you've caught it, now you can just square it up and you'll be all set. Now you're going to want to eventually get it past just right here because that doesn't look very good. So of course you're going to want to get it up higher. Now when you're getting it up higher like this, now clearly this isn't super high because this is just keeping it on camera. This is only a little bit past where my wrist is. But when you're going from here like this, you're going to notice that instead of dropping here and going straight down, it's going to curve like this, right? There you go. So that's one part of it. And the other part of it that you'll notice is that not only will it curve a little bit, but it will come away from the deck, okay? So instead of going basically like, not only one will it curve here like that, but the other thing is if you don't tilt it back a little bit, it'll be shooting off instead of dropping down, okay? So the one version is it goes out, so you're literally seeing it flip like this, versus the other way, if I tilt it back a little bit, now it's just going to drop straight, okay? So you're going to have it drop straight back down, because that way it's not going to be flying off your fingers going like this, it'll be dropping down, coming there, okay? That's what you're wanting. So instead of there, it should be coming down because you should be tilting your hand back. So it should be dropping straight down, and it is going to turn a little bit. So make sure to have your hand tilted a little bit forward. That way when it lands, it'll land flat in your hand. Now for the card you're going to use, you will want one that doesn't have like this perfectly smooth finish. One is just smooth finish you don't want. But what I'm talking about is you want a deck that's slightly broken in, okay? Because the more smooth a deck is, it will make it slightly more complicated. You want one that is barely broken in. That way when you're doing the moves, they're not so slick that you don't have any control over it, but you want enough of a smoothness that way it will actually come off and not be clumpy. So you want a good mix of the two, and that will be all that you need. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Card Perfect, signing off.